feels good to be back in Paris. How does it feel for you?
Feels good. It's been 5 months.
5 months since we've been here.
Way too long.
And we rented an apartment very close to very close to the Eiffel Tower. There is a nice mist around the tower today. I've actually never seen it like that. It looks beautiful. And since we are here in autumn, we see very beautiful autumn colors everywhere.
We noticed immediately that we've never seen Paris so quiet, relatively speaking.
So if you want to avoid the crowds of Paris, just come here during this time of the year, autumn, end of November, early December. And it's Saturday and the city feels quiet, feels pleasant. Terres de Café, that's actually a good place for coffee. So I heard really good things about this place called Terres de Café. They have a variety of coffee beans from different parts of the world. From Colombia, Costa Rica, Ethiopia. The packaging is really beautiful as well. Yeah, and since we need our little coffee fix before we start our day, so we got our favorites, a cappuccino and Americano.
That's good. It's what is it, Ethiopian?
Well, I know it's a sort of like blend of different types of coffee beans, from Brazil, from Ethiopia, from Costa Rica. Ooh, really good.
It almost has a little bit of a tea-like taste when you do the pure coffee.
Yeah, mine is very creamy. And one of the best activities to do in Paris is to just stroll around the streets and admiring the architecture. Shall we just go for a walk?
Let's do it. What is the word? Like flaneur?
Flaneurs?
Flaneur.
Is that a word?
Well, I'll have to fact check. Like a person who like strolls, like takes walks.
Okay, let's do that.
Flaneur.
Flaneur.
So flaneur is actually a French term which means stroller or loafer. It was used by 19th century French poet Charles Baudelaire to identify an observer of modern urban life. So people who would like walk around the city and just observe people and buildings and the city life.
So that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Flaneur.
Je suis un flaneur. Okay. Doesn't it feel good?
So good.
We love this city. I used to hate it though, but now I love it.
Didn't you tell the backstory in a different video already?
Yeah, if you follow my channel, you know that I have plenty of videos in Paris. I have actually an entire playlist here full of Paris videos, so go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe because we are friends here. Huge line as usual. This place is always busy, there's always people coming. I just hope we don't have to wait so long. Wow. Okay, so here you can either order separate or you can get one of their menus. So there's like an appetizer, main dish, and a dessert. Oh, wine of the moment, a whole bottle for only 13 euros. That's one of my favorite things about this place, the prices. You'll never find a bottle of wine for this price in Paris. This is incredible. For a starter, I got this herring with some carrots on the side. So we've got our grain salad.
I just figured since we're going to be eating a lot of pastries and everything, I should get a little salad to start with.
It's a little raw. Try it. This is different than I expected.
Right. But it is good.
These bouillons used to be those type of places where the working class used to go in the beginning of the 20th century, and then it kind of became cool now and hip to go to these bouillons. Don't come here and expect to find like haute cuisine. It's more sort of like simple, basic French food for a good price, and I really like how casual the atmosphere here is. Plus, the interior of these places are always amazing. This one has a really beautiful Art Nouveau style interior from the Belle Époque. A lot of beautiful glass lacework details, very typical of the Art Nouveau era. After waiting ages, the wine finally arrived. What did you get there?
Traditional veal.
Okay. Looks like it's some like veal stroganoff, right? And I got here the chicken with fries. Okay, the chicken piece is actually quite big, bigger than I expected. Cheers
To Paris.
to Paris. The wine is perfect. And one of my favorite desserts, it's the baba au rhum. So it's like this cake filled with rum and a lot of cream. So this whole lunch included starter, main dish, desserts, and a bottle of wine and water, and it was in total 27 per person.
Yeah, so 55 euros.
55 euros in total, like 27 per person. It's a really good deal for Paris. So if you're on a budget and you want to have like an authentic Parisian experience, come to this place. You cannot find prices like this anywhere else. So now let's go. This time, instead of staying in a hotel, we decided to rent an apartment here in Paris. We are actually on the street of the place, and we're just trying to find the entrance. Oh, there it is. And it's really interesting that they have digital keys. So basically, you don't use physical keys. All you have to do is they have this application on the phone. I can show you here. And then you just have to click on it. So basically, you just have to swipe here. And the door is supposed to open. Can you try?
Yes.
To open the staircase, I'm gonna swipe. Nice. So we have to go up to the 4th floor by stairs, which is okay. We like it. So we have here a kitchen, which is really cool in case we want to cook something at home. It's right here. Coffee machine, very practical. Ooh, what is in here? A nice tea, coffee capsule, so in the morning have something to do. There's a fridge, microwave, and here's the bedroom. There's the bathroom. Oh, and we also have a view of the city. Let's check it out. You can see some of the rooftops of Paris. There is here the view of the streets. And very nearby is the Eiffel Tower. We cannot really see it right now, but yeah, it's just literally a few blocks away.
So according to the weather app, it is dry. So that's great news.
It doesn't really look very dry. Or does it?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, cool. So we have here dadinhos de tapioca, coxinha de frango, frita de manioc, bolinho de arroz, some typical Brazilian snacks. And this is to share. And this restaurant is kind of like a fusion between Brazil and Japan. Might sound weird for some people who are not very familiar with the country, but Brazil actually has the biggest Japanese community in the world outside of Japan. So to me, it's not weird at all. And look at what we have here. The traditional Brazilian cocktail, caipirinha. If you don't know, caipirinha is made with lime, sugar, and cachaça. Cachaça is a sort of like, it's the Brazilian equivalent of vodka. Like vodka is for Russia, rum is for Cuba, cachaça is for Brazil. It's like the national spirit. Saúde. This is taking me back to Rio.
Right? Nice.
Service, super friendly. I'm really happy that we can find some of those typical Brazilian snacks that we cannot usually find in Europe. So far, the caipirinha tastes just like in Brazil. So I'm guessing that the rest of the food is gonna be good. So let's see. And that girl over there on the wall, you probably know her. She's a very famous Brazilian supermodel, Alessandra Ambrosio. She used to model for Victoria's Secrets. Those styles are also very typical from Brazil. Oh wow, this looks amazing. This is the ceviche, yellow ceviche, so it's like octopus, whitefish, yellow chili, leche de tigre, red onion, lime and coriander.
This reminds me of the last time we were in Brazil. At this amazing beach place we also had similar octopus.
Ah, yeah.
It's really good.
Dadinho de tapioca, coxinha de frango, vai com salsa capicã e bolinho de arroz.
Oh my god, that looks amazing. Like just the presentation alone.
Brazilian tapioca and cheese dices with a sweet chili sauce. The sweet chili sauce is not typical Brazilian, this is like a twist. That is the classic bolinho de arroz. I used to eat a lot of these when I was a child. Arroz is rice croquette, cheese, wasabi, mayonnaise, katsuboshi, which is this thing on the top, and coriander. The wasabi, mayonnaise, and the katsuboshi is a twist. The traditional version doesn't really have that. And this is the reason why we came here. This is coxinha, is like the most beloved Brazilian snack ever, which is a sort of like chicken dumpling. And you know, Brazil is a country famous for its meat, so we had to stick to a little bit of tradition. So this is the octopus. I used to like to eat them from the bottom because here there is more dough, and then here it's more of the filling. So you finish with the filling, like. I find it really hard to find good quality Brazilian food in Europe. So when I finally find it, I'm so happy. Tapioca cheese. The traditional caipirinha is made with lime, but in Brazil another version of the caipirinha that is very popular is with a passion fruit. And this is vinagrete, which is a sort of salsa, like a Brazilian salsa.
Wow, it's so soft. And it's so good because it's like the barbecued flavor.
I like that there are these typical sort of Brazilian lamps with this sort of pattern. You can find very easily in Brazil, but then in contrast with that, it's like this industrial rooftop. So now we ordered something a little different, wasabi caipirinhas.
Coxinhas.
Obrigado.
Ooh, and now we eat them while they're hot.
Oh yeah. And we ordered another portion of the coxinhas because this is just way too good. Maybe it's gonna be savory. Is it good? I'm speechless. If you watched one of my previous videos in Paris, I did mention that I watched a movie called Gigi. The story of the movie was during the Belle Époque here in Paris. So basically the story of this movie happened during the Belle Époque period. The Belle Époque was that period in the early 1900s. It was a period of prosperity here in Paris, and a lot of the architecture, a lot of the sites, a lot of the art here of that period is still very visible in the city at this point. And in case you're interested in watching the movie, you're probably gonna recognize it. It's the house where the aunt, like her rich aunt who used to teach her etiquette classes, used to live. It's a great example of Parisian Art Nouveau architecture. And right here behind the building on the other side is the Eiffel Tower. Pretty good location. Oh wow, so who lives there has the view of the Eiffel Tower every morning. from their apartment. Impressive. Pierre Hermé is one of our favorite Paris pastry shops. Oh, the noise here is intense. For good quality macaron, and we just found this one here by the river. Look at the location, the Pierre Hermé. Here, right in front of the river Seine, very atmospheric. We've never been to this one. Let's check it out. So, are you ready?
Yes, very excited.
Wow, so Tim got the Café Americano, I got a cappuccino, Tim got a Pastry sucré. We've tried this Pastry sucré last time we were here in Paris, but it was a different version of it. This is the Pierre Hermé style, and this is the, I forgot the name, but
It looks nice.
it looks really beautiful. It's like a version of the Ispahan. Ispahan is like a, kind of like a macaron, but then this is sort of like a pie of that pastry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's like white chocolate and
Raspberry?
raspberry.
Rose petals. Rose petals.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I'm excited.
nice. And look at the view.
No, the view is just amazing. The river Seine, right here in front of us. Beautiful Parisian architecture. We could not have found a better spot to sit and appreciate Paris. Fortunately, we have to fight with the pigeons. They're quite aggressive.
Let's dig in.
Oh, that looks so good.
The question is always, is it edible or not? I don't think this is edible. It's almost a shame to break it. Ooh, beautiful.
Wow.
Wow, so crunchy. This is gonna sound weird, but imagine the best quality, chicest Kinder Bueno you've ever had.
Oh.
That's what it tastes like.
Okay, then I need to try this.
Delicious.
It's exactly what you said. It's like a luxury Kinder Bueno. Amazing. So now I'm gonna go for the Isfahan. Oh my god, okay. I hope they don't come for us.
Well, I will have to give it to them, to the pigeons. Like if I were a pigeon in Paris, I would also sit outside Pierre Hermé and wait for like a crumb of this, right?
Yeah.
So I get it, but not today.
Oh. Oh wow, look at the filling. It has raspberries. This looks incredible. It really tastes like rose petals mixed with raspberry. Very soft.
Like the opposite of mine, kind of, right?
Yours is a little crunchy. Mine is more. Yeah, it melts in your tongue. Delicious. And I love that it's just the right amount of sweetness. And then in the bottom there is a little bit of a rose macaron cookie. Do you wanna try? It's good, right?
Wow, delicious.
Amazing.
Like these are equally as good, depending on what you are in the mood for most.
Yeah.
Wow. So if you want like a light and really nuanced flavor, go for that. And this is if you want a good old chocolate crunchy.
Chocolate crunchy, dense. one of the things I like to do when I'm in a different country is to go to their supermarket to check if they have something unique. Sometimes you can find souvenirs or products that you don't usually see in your home country. This box, for example, what is this? This is some sort of candy. Pasta in the shape of the Eiffel Tower. All these cheeses. This looks amazing. Ooh, champagne on sales. This is some sort of cheesecake, but like actual cake made of cheese. Interesting. Maxime de Paris. This is a very famous traditional restaurant in Paris. You see, you can find some products here from famous locations in Paris. So, for example, Angelina. We were in Angelina also in one of my other videos. And yeah, if you want to take some of the things home, chestnut cream. And this is where they have their cookies. They're chocolate cookies. Not cheap though. We like the traditional packaging. Pure butter, large, lemon. I'll get these ones. I really like the illustration they have here. I hear the onion soup here is really good, so I'm really curious. And Café de Flore is one of the most popular, if not the most popular cafe in Paris. This place has a lot of history. It was founded in the 1800s. A lot of poets used to come here, a lot of artists, and it became an institution. And since then, yeah, it's a super popular place.
Nice.
Just what I needed.
Same. A good fall winter soup.
Yeah, perfect for days like this. Guys, look at this layer of cheese on top of the soup. Wow. So the cheese that they use on top is a Emmentaler, and then they grill the top layer a little bit. Amazing.